What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy King 053, Mr. Easy Money, and we're back at it again with another one, our Sunday edition, where I would like to speak some African news, share some things. I'm very excited. Sunday, it's also open in terms of me discussing life with you guys. And I would firstly like to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel. Um, Everyone that is actively um, who are active on the comment section, everyone that is liking and sharing the content, and some of you asking how can we contribute to the channel. We want to do something. I'm working on something. For now I'm okay. For now I'm all right. When I need help, I'm trying to structurize things in such a way where the help that you give me transfer to the community and to people at large. So for now, I am okay. As you might or might not know, I do have a sponsor for this channel. They've been keeping me very well. I'm not complaining about anything monetary wise. I'm happy. I'm happy. Um, if you can go out to a street kid, goes to a cousin, a family member, and give them 100 rand and say King said so, I would be happy. Spread some love in the community where you are, spread some love in your family, and for me that will mean a lot. And today's segment will be speaking about the news in Africa, what is happening in Africa, just to enlighten you guys in terms of the general news that are the headlines, so to say, in Africa, because I've come to realize that we, as especially I'm speaking from a South African perspective, we are very ignorant as to what is happening in Africa. That's why I decided every Sunday I will do like a wrap up, just go around, search some news on the internet, see what is happening around South Africa, around Africa, the African continent, and then just pull what interests me and just do a news bulletin type of a thing. And if needs be, we'll discuss some of that content. Our last video got some interesting reaction, both from the channel's subscribers and people who are protecting Vusi Tembekwayo. And I just wanted to say, I don't want anyone to think that I am a perfect being. We strive for perfection, but no one is perfect. So I am a person who is very open to criticism. In fact, I perform well under conflict. My conflict management skills are very good. So I listen to what people are pointing out, and I'm an open-minded person. I'm a person who is very quick to ask for forgiveness should I see myself as a wrong person, and I'm a person who is quick to listen to other people's perspective. Okay, and I said everyone is in the journey of growing in life. It is 100% possible that if I speak about Penuel and said Vusi Tembakwayo, if I speak about anyone, that the views that they have currently right now will not be the views they will have 10, 15 years from now. They might feel strong about what they're speaking about now, but 10 years, 5 years from now, they might change because life happens like that. And no one is an exception to that rule, including myself. What I'm saying today, I strongly feel I'm I'm correct, and I'll defend it with my life. You understand that black consciousness should be everyone's main agenda. The black agenda should be the main agenda, and you might find 5, 10 years from now the person has changed. I don't think I will ever change, but you cannot predict what life is going to hold for us. So when someone argues with us on the comment section, we must look at it with that respect that from their point of view, from their perspective, they are correct. And we must be mature enough to agree to disagree. Anyway, let's get into the news before I get carried away because it's Sunday today. Um, Let me finish the news first, and then maybe we'll come back to just talking. And I love just talking to you guys, and spreading some love, spreading some knowledge is very important to me. Um, so as I was searching around, I found a young man who Abubak in Nigeria who converted a minibus, a petrol minibus, and converted to an all electric um, minibus. It takes serious engineering to do that. And when you find out that these people are not as educated and are not as experienced, they can just take a car, break it down, and think about what is it they can change to change this petrol automobile to electric automobile. Is crazy. So we have to salute that. And if we switch to if we stick to transportation in Mali, the trains that have been stopped for 5 years are now operational. They just operated yesterday, which is Saturday. What was the date? Saturday on the 10th of June. Um, the trains, they traveled a distance of 400 kilometers. They tested them, so the people of Mali will be having trains again in Mali. So that's some good news. Where we I know that people are starting to move differently, but for the lower class people in our communities, trains are a very significant mode of transport, and it helps a lot of people. It's very cheap compared to a bus or a car. So when we switch to Senegal, in Dakar's, if you can say it like that, Dakar University, there was some protest that was there, and the protesters who say the opposition leader was framed. He was arrested. They say he was framed. So they attacked the university. And you find this is not only happening in Africa. You must not think that it's only Africans that ban community walls or vandalize things. It's happening everywhere. Germany, Italy, everywhere. But we as Africans must start realizing that we don't need to ban our go to a university and ban the libraries. A lot of documents was lost in Senegal, and the people are going to regret this because it's going to have a big impact in the community, and they're still calculating how much loss, over 2,000 documents that was lost in that process. So that's crazy. This In Sudan, if we speak about Sudan, the generals there have now decided to cease fire for 24 hours so that negotiations can come again. We are praying for Sudan. We're hoping that everything will come right in Sudan, and we we want to see this war in Sudan coming to an end. And that's the problem. I think I said it sometime in the channel that in South Africa, our president is the general of the army. So our president is the one and the most important, powerful person in South Africa. He can do anything he pleases. But it's not the same in other countries. In other countries, because of political climate, different situations, the president and the general of the army is usually two people. And that brings a problem because the general of the army has got full control of the army arm, the military arm of the country. And he can challenge the president at any time. And that is what is happening with these clashes in Sudan, just to give you a small story. But we're praying for South Sudan. We want those people to stop killing each other. I've seen videos that I can't share here with you guys that are on my phone, but I watch them because I've got that heart of just looking and absorbing. There's a spiritual connection that I have so that I can see that pain. And when someone speaks about that pain, I can relate, that empathy that a person can have. Let's speak about the World Food Program, the WFP have suspended aid to Ethiopia. They said no, they're not gonna give Ethiopia any food because of the divisions. Just imagine, the World Food Program is people. It's an NGO that gives people food. But now, because of what is happening in Ethiopia, they are saying no, they're not gonna um, um, uh, provide any more food aid to Ethiopia. Remember, they're having aid in South Sudan. Interesting. But in Ethiopia, the only African country that was not colonized, they are cutting that food. That is where we African leaders must come in and stand with Ethiopia, that the USA must not be able to break what they must not achieve what they want to achieve in Ethiopia. Let's now skip to the Ugandan president, one of my favorite presidents in Africa. Why? Because I like president that can make decisions. We in South Africa have got a problem with the president, our current president, who consults too much. Some say it's a strength. I see it as a weakness. But the Ugandan president does not play. Unfortunately for him, he has contracted COVID-19. So we are praying for him. We wishing the old man a speedy recovery. He's one of those old men that have said no to homosexuality in Africa, especially in his country, saying it's punishable by a jail sentence. So we as Africans who see this thing as an attack to the black culture, we stand with him. You understand? So that is very nice to see, and we hope the old man will recover very fast. Speaking about an old man, the old man of Nigeria. Guys, Nigerians, why did you guys select such an old man, elect an old man like this? Anyway, the old president in Nigeria, Bolo Tinubu, is cutting the subsidy to fuel in Nigeria. He's saying, I'm cutting the subsidy fuel where the economy is not growing the way we want it. So we're going to have to cut the subsidy. In South Africa, our fuel is very expensive. Our neighbor countries like Mozambique, Botswana, what is this? Botswana, Namibia, and Lesotho, even Swaziland, are paying um, cheaper price for per liter for fuel in the southern African countries, and South Africa is one of the highest. We're suffering. I mean, for my car to fuel my car, I think it's something like 1,700 rand. Almost 2,000 rand to fill a car. It's crazy, and it doesn't take you as far as you want. So for now, that will be without making the video too long, that will be all I'll be saying. And just for on a lighter side, on a lighter note of things, our holiday destination for this week is Mozambique. Oh my goodness, I love Mozambique. Mozambican people, where are you? Let me see you in the comment section. Mozambican people, where are you? Let me see you in the comment section. When we Google Mozambican, I don't know, is it the whole country that is so beautiful, but I only see beautiful ladies, handsome young men, and the beautiful country. Your country is so beautiful with all the beaches and everything. I've actually been to Mozambique. And now that I think of it, when I had a ship cruise with my wife, we went to what we call, I think they call it the Portuguese island or something like that, some time ago, 2019. So yes, Mozambique is that destination. If you can go, it's gonna be very cheap for you to go there. You're not gonna spend a lot of money. Let's tour Africa before we go to Europe and all the other places. Let's tour Africa. Let's pride ourselves in circulating our money in the African land. So thank you so much for guys for watching. I love you guys so much. Like I said, let's stay in the journey of forever learning. Let's never think that we are too wise. Let's never think that we know it all. And let's stick to our family members and go to our family members. All of us here in the channel, we have that family member that we have had at some point. Some of us were hurt by our family members. I think it is time that we go to our family members and ask for forgiveness and tell them we acknowledge that they have hurt us, but for the sake of peace, we ask for forgiveness. It does not mean that you have to now be lovey-dovey with that person and live a close life. You can start with a step of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a big thing, and you'll be amazed that that person has been waiting for you to come to them for all of these years. It can be your siblings, your close siblings, it can be your cousins, it can be your parents. Go and ask forgiveness. And those who did you wrong and they did ask forgiveness from you, please forgive them. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it for you to carry this burden of hating someone and wishing them bad, and not only wishing them bad but hating them because they haven't asked forgiveness from you. I've got a my mother's got cousins. In their family there's five gentlemen and one sister, and every December we do family gathering. To my surprise, every family gathering, their family is always the family that is complete, meaning the five brothers are there and the little sister is there. And we admire it. We're like, wow. In our family, my mother has got only four children, two boys, two girls. Um, it's very unlikely that you will find the four of us in one space. You understand what I'm saying? So it goes to show that the divisions in the families are very real in Africa. And if we can fix the family structure, we can fix the community. Let the community see love from your family. Let them make an example. Like, wow, that child respects his mother so much. When you do things for your mother and father and everything, make sure that the people know they're good. I'm not saying go and be boastful and do that, but excuse me, let the people know that you love your parents and you respect your parents. It's things like that we don't see enough on social media. We only see our mothers on Mother's Day. We only see our fathers on Father's Day. For the rest of the year, you don't post your parents on social media. You're busy posting things not that are not beneficial to the community. You always, the people are posting to compete with others because others are traveling, so they are traveling and they're posting. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying let's mix a little bit of self-love in terms of our families. Let's show people. And for me, what I would like to do, I'll actually do it tomorrow. I've got a manager that has went out of his way, not actually out of his way. He's a very kind person, and I want to make sure that I show him that I value him. So I'm going to think what is it that I can buy him that is nice, because he has changed my life. He has taught me a lot of things financially wise, and character wise. I value him. So even at your workplace, go to someone and say, you know what, you might not know it, but you had a big impact in my life, and I want to thank you. I might not have anything to give you, but I just want to tell you that I value you in my life. You have made my work so easy, my working environment so nice. When I wake up and come to work and I see someone like you, I'm always in high spirits. Do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it this week, and tomorrow we go back to our Monday Swahili. Last week we learned how to greet. This week we go a little bit deeper. We're gonna do Swahili for 6 months. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. After a month, I think we'll be somewhere good in the introductions of Swahili. Thank you guys for watching, guys. May God bless you, and may you please keep peace at all times, and find yourself in the black community. Find your role. That's what I'm trying to say. Find your function in your community, and in that gift, in that calling, strive in that and make sure that people feel you all around. It's your boy King 053, Mr. Easy Imali and I wish you guys only riches and peace and a good, healthy life. Until we meet next time, I salute you. Don't forget to pray.